UFC 292, Sterling versus O'Malley takes place this weekend, and I'm going to go through the full card breakdown and in detailed predictions, starting with the early prelim opener of. And before I get to start this video, this is not the full card. I know it's a pretty decent card, but there's still fights going to be added. You know, one more tough finale fight can be added, and I guess Mario Bautista will get a new replacement as Cody Garbrandt fell out. Early prelim opener of, and it is Kurt Holobaugh versus Austin Hubbard for the tough finale. I'm gonna go for Austin Hubbard over Kurt Holobaugh. I like Kurt Holobaugh, but I need to scrap her Kurt Holobaugh, and he did look good against Jason Knight on tough. But come on, you know, come on. You know, Jason Knight is just not great. Austin Hubbard can mix it up with the grappling. He can beat guys here and there. He can beat a guy like Roosevelt Roberts who's rangy and dangerous. You know? And he got a good KO in the first tough show and season. You know, not season, episode. I'm going to go for Austin Hubbard mixing it up here. I know he's hit and miss before in his UFC career. But Kurt Holobaugh, I just don't think he's going to get it done. He's scrappy, he's tough. Hubbard will mix it up on him, though, and get a sub in this fight. We move on. Up the card. Marina Moroz versus Karine Silva. I'm going to go for Karine Silva. I don't think Marina Moroz is too dedicated to the game. I don't think so. I don't even think she's that, I don't even think she's that, all that, but she's on OnlyFans, this and that, It's interesting in me. It's very interesting in me. I don't think she wins. She looked terrible against Jennifer Maia. I know it's Jennifer Maia, but I see something in Karine Silva. I see talent in her. I see good talent, good grappling game. She looked great against Ketlin Souza. Looked good against Poliana Botello as well. Back-to-back wins. Good finishers as well. Hadar's choke and knee bar. Very good, nasty jiu-jitsu game in her. Very good jiu-jitsu game. And I think she's going to go out there and beat Marina Moroz on the feet as well. Don't see much of Moroz. She used to be decent on her own right and earlier in her career, but seems to be like a bit of a dip downfall now. And a bit of a landslide. So I'm going to go for Karine Silva by decision. No, rear naked choke. They're grappling some exchanges. And Karina, I know she beat Maria Akapova, but Akapova is probably the most hit and miss fighter I've ever seen. I'm going to go for her winning this one by like a knee bar. They're going to be grappling. She gets a knee bar again on Marina Moroz. We move on. Up the card. Andrea Lee versus Natalia Silva. Same situation here, except this is a better matchup. That last one was more so the, Walmart version of this, but I'm going to go for Natalia Silva. I don't think Andrea Lee too dedicated to this anymore. She's more dedicated than Marina Moroz, but Andrea Lee, she looked good against Macy Barber, and Barber's looking good now, finishing He-Boss and that, but she just didn't look good. Natalia Silva, that night against Andrea Lee, would smoke her. And am I going to trust Andrea Lee to be Super Saiyan in this fight? Am I really going to trust that? I don't think I am. So I'm definitely going to be going for Natalia Silva here. I think she's better. She lost to Arawaho. Arawaho beat her. Viviane Arawaho. Can we just... Arawaho's not great. It's worrying. I don't think she wins. We'll see, though. I don't think Andrea Lee wins, that is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just... Natalia Silva beat fucking Victoria Leonardo. She looked good in that fight as well. Impressive, and she's good. She's good everywhere. She's obviously going to win this one. Pretty self-explanatory. She looks good in her fights. And Andrea Lee's old. We move on. Up the card. And I think she'll just out-grapple her. I think she'll KO Andrea Lee in the first round. We move on. Up the card. Gerald Meerschaert versus Andre Petrosky. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to go for... fucking... Who do I pick? Who do I pick here? Petrosky, I guess? But does he beat Meerschaert? I know Meerschaert lost a grappling match to Joe Pyfer, and he got KO'd by Joe Pyfer. But I don't know. But Meerschaert's the GOAT, so I gotta pick him. For real, though. Does he beat Who's got the better stand-up? That's the question. Who's got the better stand-up? I don't know. Fuck, this is now it's getting hard to predict this card. I'm gonna go for Petrosky. I'm gonna fuck, dude. Who do I pick here? Petrosky's a big favorite, but it's because he's on a winning streak, so I understand if casuals picking him there. Who is he KO'd? Beat Turman last fight, which is a good win. I'm gonna go for Andre Petrosky here. Because I remembered Meerschaert was getting out-grappled by fucking Dustin Stoltzfus. Not a good look, you idiot. So I'm gonna go for him winning this one. I'm gonna go for Petrosky, getting the grappling exchanges going, and winning a very boring fucking decision, as he always does, over Gerald Meerschaert. Meerschaert can be held down, and he doesn't know what to do. I know he makes the round 3 comeback, but Petrosky beat Turman, and Turman's really good. I'm going to be honest at this point. Turman is really good in that division. Very underrated fighter. I could see him going on a bit of a win. He arguably beat Randy Brown. And Randy Brown has beat Scott. Like, other than people that finish him, like a JDM. You know, but Brown takes every... I don't give a fuck. I'm done with that. Turman's good, though. But I'm going to go for Petrosky, winning this one in a boring snooze fest. We move on. Up the card. Gregory Rodriguez versus Dennis Tululin. Interesting. Fucking Rodriguez, my man. Oh, you fucking idiot. Why did you get KO'd that badly last time? I'm gonna... Fuck, this is hard. This is a really hard card to predict. Who pulled out back in June? Tululin. Don't know, but it couldn't have been that bad. 2 months later. Probably was a visa issues or something. But yeah, he did get KO'd by Bruno Ferreira. I think his toughness points are gone. I think Ferreira just put him out, and that's all gone. So I think I'm going to go for Dennis Tululin, I think, you know. I know he lost to Union Park, but Union Park is very good. And I don't see Rodriguez grappling with him here. He can, but I don't think he will. And I think it's going to be a stand-up fight where Tululin just catches him out of nowhere and gets a brutal KO. So I'm going to go for Dennis Tululin, getting this one done. I don't see him getting KO'd. I don't think he's treating a Jaquani who's just a pussy and he'll cover up and his shit at this rate. So I'm going to go for Dennis Tululin, winning this one by KO for counter. We move on. Up the card. He's a massive... What the fuck? Why are people picking Rodriguez? I'm picking Tululin. We move on. Up the card. Chris Weidman versus Brad Tavares. I sense a Weidman upset for some reason. Just him winning in a heartful way. And he just wins somehow. Like he just rallies back or something. But I am going to go for Brad Tavares. Winning this by decision over Weidman. I don't see Weidman getting finished. I think Tavares has really overrated power in his hands. So I can see Weidman sticking in there. Does he out-grapple Tavares? He won't. Tavares can be put down, but I know he got put down by what's his name? Mari Akhmedov. Took him down for a second. It's different. I got Brad Tavares winning this. Like Weidman, just like a 2-year layoff, huge. You know, a whole 2-year layoff. You know, whole 2-year layoff with a broken leg as well, badly. Now he's back in there. I hope Weidman wins. I really hope he wins. But I'm going to go for Brad Tavares. Just dropping him to one knee here, and I could see him looking really good. Although he did lose to Pedro Silva. Oh well. Got caught. Weidman's not going to KO him. You know, Dricus is fucking smashing everyone. And he was the only guy to really survive a decision against Dricus. Darren Till got finished. Whitaker got finished. Brunson got finished. Tavares stayed in there. Good chin. I don't see Weidman winning this. I think Weidman needs to bring in, like, the big punch power to KO Tavares. I just don't see him out-grappling Tavares. He could, maybe, but I think Tavares is too good. We move on up the card to the main card. Marlon Vera versus Pedro Munoz. I was thinking Munoz, and I was, just whole way. People were picking Vera when the fight got signed. I was like, Vera will get schooled up here. Munoz will win this. But I'm thinking Vera will beat him up. Just bully him, because Munoz can be bullied. I'm going to go for Pedro Munoz. I think Vera is really fucking shit. And now it's finally, it's now finally showing. You know, Sandhagen scolded him. We all knew that was going to come. Alright? I know the UFC want him to win. And I bet you they really want him to win this. And will do anything, any way, for him to beat Pedro Munoz. I just don't see it. I think Munoz is too smart, too good. I know he looked really good against Gutierrez. You know, I know he dropped him here and there in the round, but still beat Gutierrez, kind of outscored Gutierrez, the good fighter, you know. Gutierrez was on a roll before that Munoz fight. Munoz scolded him. I think Munoz looked good against O'Malley as well. Could have been winning against O'Malley, but the eye poke shit happened. I think he's good. Cruz kind of scolded him up. But I think ever since the O'Malley fight, Munoz has created like a new patient style. I know he was patient against Cruz. But Cruz... Oh, fuck. Why did you lose to fucking Cruz? That's annoying. But, you know, I don't know. He did rock Cruz early, but Cruz just scolded him out. That's annoying. But Vera ain't going to do that. He's not going to do footwork shit around Pedro Munoz. He's going to try to take Munoz's head off, and I don't see him doing that. Munoz, granite chin. Woo, Vera KO'd. You KO'd Cruz. You know, he was getting scolded up. Just Munoz. Honestly, if that was a 5-rounder, Munoz and Cruz, Munoz finishes him in the later rounds. That's facts. He finishes him because Cruz is done, but Munoz got caught up trying to look for a one-punch shit. You know? I think that Munoz is going to win this. It's a new Munoz, and he'll win this fight. You know? Vera didn't look good, and if anything's wrong on the feet, again, if anything's wrong on the feet here for Munoz, let's say he gets rocked. I doubt it. He's got a good chin, but if that happens somehow, take down Vera. What the fuck is he going to do? You got a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. You know, what the fuck is he going to do with his Ecuadorian Jiu-Jitsu? I don't think he'll do much. He can do, you know, he was losing to Edgar. I'm not picking him. I'm not picking Vera. I'm not. Munoz did lose to Aldo, but, you know, Vera lost to Aldo. You know, I got Munoz winning. I could see round 3, it starting to go quite a bad for Munoz. Him starting to slow down. Because, again, he did take this on short notice for Cejudo. Yeah, I think Munoz will win the first 2 rounds, though. We move on up the card. Neil Magny versus Ian Gary. I'm going to go for Ian Gary. I'm going to. I don't think Magny wins this. Really short notice for him here. You know, at least, like, you know, for Cejudo and Munoz Vera situation, Cejudo pulled out right when the fight was signed, really. And Munoz basically gets a full camp. Magny gets, like, a week, and so for Jeff Neal. Well, stepped in for Jeff Neal for Ian Gary. Two-face Ian Gary. Gary's good. He looked good against Rodriguez. Daniel Rodriguez, that is. I think he's gonna go out there and put a fucking first round finish. Either he takes it down to the ground if he needs to, but I can see him just sparking Magny, rocking him against the cage. Body shot, head shot, just an impressive performance. And I don't think Magny out-grapples him, and I think that's his only way to victory. He's not gonna KO Ian Gary. And Gary can pick him apart if he needs to. He lost to Burns, lost to Shavkat as of recently. Who trains with them? Fucking Ian Gary, and Phil Rowe was his last fight. Who trains with Phil Rowe? Instagram pictures recently. Last post of Ian Gary. Ian Gary trains with Phil Rowe, even though Rowe Magny was shit. And Magny, looked shit in that fight, although he won, whatever. Ian Gary's gonna win. First round KO. We move on. Up the card. Zhang Weili versus Amanda Lemos. I'm gonna pick Zhang Weili, but it's dangerous. It is very dangerous here for Zhang Weili. She could definitely lose this one. She could. It's a really close fight. But it is dangerous for her. But I just think, I know she beat Rodriguez. That is good. She looked really good in that fight. But I think Rodriguez has, I don't even know what the fuck happened to Marina Rodriguez. Savage winning all these fights and just loses. Recently just got dominated by Verna Jandaroba. Like, what the fuck? I don't know what happened to her. But Rodriguez, she doesn't have much of a grappling game. That's the issue. She doesn't have much of a grappling game. Zhang does. And I think Zhang can win on the feet here. Like, he beat Michelle Waterson. Well done. But I think if Zhang keeps it on the feet here, it's dangerous. I think she will take it to the ground. I think she'll just beat up Amanda Lemos, who gasses out. You can see the first 2 rounds being competitive as fuck. But Zhang starts to take over, gets a late rounds, 4th, 5th finish, where Lemos has never been before. I know she was scheduled 5-rounder against Rodriguez, but never went there. So, yeah, but Lemos can definitely chin her. It's dangerous. I got Zhang, though. And I think the UFC wants Zhang to win. Because they can do Zhang Yan Jianan in China. That's where if Lemos wins, that's another Brazilian champ. Well done. So, yeah, I got Zhang winning this one. And Zhang Namajunas is big. Namajunas Lemos, not big. We move on to the main event. It's Aljamain Sterling versus Sean O'Malley. I'm going to be picking Aljamain Sterling. I'll make in-depth prediction videos for these fights on the main card and main event and co-main event later this week. But I got Aljamain Sterling winning. Sean O'Malley, what has he done? Beat Piotr Yan, who's just fallen off completely. Like, Marab just fucked him up. 5-0. Fucking 5-0. No question. Marab just fucked him up. I'm picking, you beat Yan, I get it. Yan's just falling off the rim, though. And you arguably should have lost. He can win. I know it's going to be this discussion, but if you're going to beat Aljamain Sterling, by KO, you got to do it to Yan. I know Yan's a better striker, but Yan was taking him down. Sure, O'Malley didn't expect it, but, what has he done? What the fuck has he done? Besides that, close fight against Yan, which gets him a fucking title shot. Arguably shouldn't even get it. I think he should have at least fought one more time. Because he fought like a Marlon Vera. Let's say Vera didn't fight Sandhagen. They did Vera O'Malley for April. Or May. Maybe on that Cejudo Sterling card. People would have remembered O'Malley beating Vera. But his last memory of him is him going to a razor-close decision with Yan. And I've been hearing the fucking build-up. Aljo's got better grappling, by the way, than Yan. And I think he'll take down O'Malley for a round. And I think round 2, he'll get a neck crank sub that goes in eventually, like a Paddy Pimblett type sub, when he does on his opponents. But yeah, I've been hearing the build-up. I'm going to spark Aljamain's lights out. Who the fuck have you sparked out? Not Yan, not Munoz. Could have been arguably losing to both of them. Should have arguably lost to Yan. Was losing to Munoz before the eye poke. Alright? Paiva's your last win. He's cut from the UFC now. Well done. You beat Paiva. Champ material. Sugar John O'Malley. Fucking champ. You just beat Halley and Paiva. You know? And before that, you beat Almeida by third round finish. But of course, he kind of finished him twice in that fight. Let's be real. In the first and third. But, what has he done? You know, like, beat Eddie Wineland. Cody fucking Stamen can as well. By KO. Like, I don't think O'Malley's proved much to me. For me to pick him to become the new champ. Aljo fucking beat Cejudo. Took down Cejudo, an Olympic gold medalist. Say what you want about the layoff, Cejudo. Cejudo came and showed up. I'm picking Sterling to get it done by round 2 sub for rear naked choke. If O'Malley wins, I won't be surprised. If Aljo keeps on the feet, he will lose. But I think he'll be smart enough to take it to the ground. I don't think O'Malley wins. I don't think he does. I think if you're picking O'Malley, you're picking him to fluke it in the first round. Or just fluke some KO. There's no actual logic to pick Sean O'Malley to get it done. No logic. Not one, like, I'll debate someone about it. On Instagram Live, WMMA. That's my Instagram. Fucking, I'll debate you. Just DM me and we'll fucking do it. O'Malley loses. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Full card predictions. Peace.